This is a sports catastrophe production. Hey there, how there, ho there. It's Jeff couldve. Welcome you to the Sports Catastrophe Birthday Boy. And this birthday boy is an icon for the University of Texas in the NCAA. Was the result of a weird drafting when he got into the NFL draft, and he even played in the CFL for my buddy Bill Lang's Toronto Argonauts before he went to the NFL at Miami and all that. I did Vince Young 3 days ago. Now I'm doing another Texas legend. Ricky Williams is now 44 years old. So anyway, he's in the College Football Hall of Fame. He is actually a twin. I had no idea. So he was a twin. Ricky Williams accepted an athletic scholarship to Texas, where he would play from 95 to 98. Williams has 20 NCAA records still to this day, which is amazing, and was the career rushing leader in 1998, breaking the legendary Tony Dorsett's record. The play in which he broke Dorsett's record was huge because he made a massive touchdown run against A&M on Thanksgiving Day. No, on the day after Thanksgiving, sorry. Weird enough, Ricky's record was shattered the next year by Ron Dane of Wisconsin. He would have a fantastic senior season, getting 9 touchdowns running in the first 2 games, getting a 6-touchdown one against Rice. He ran for 5 against Iowa State and took care of Oklahoma. So this was amazing about that. Texas went on in that game, which he broke the rushing record, to beat number 6 Texas A&M, which is pretty good and all that. He has his own statue, by Texas Stadium and all that. He did pretty well. 2,327 rushing yards. Holy crap, that's amazing. Well, that includes bowl games. Ricky Williams actually was drafted to play baseball by the Philadelphia Phillies. He was actually in the Rule 5 draft, and the Expos picked him up. So Ricky Williams was a Philly guy and all that, but traded his rights to Texas. So yeah, pre-draft he was huge. So Ricky was in the 1999 NFL draft, which is stacked. Cleveland decided to go for Tim Couch instead of Donovan McNabb at quarterback. Big mistake. Philly took Donovan McNabb, even though that Philly fans were pissed off that they didn't take Ricky Williams. They needed a good running back. But McNabb basically shut the fans' hatred of him up. I think it was a little bit racist too, but 4 straight trips to the NFC title game. Like, God. I can't remember who. I think it was, I think Edgerrin James went third, didn't he? Who went third in 99? I can't remember. Cincy took Akili Smith third overall. Yeah, I knew Edgerrin James was drafted, and Indy decided to go for him over Ricky Williams, which is kind of weird, but it actually worked out. Edgerrin James was basically the best Colts running back of all time. That's saying a lot. So anyway, the Saints needed a running back. So Mike Ditka traded every Saints pick in the 1999 draft to Washington before Washington could get Williams, as well as first and third round picks the following year. The Saints only made 1 draft pick. That was Ricky Williams. Basically, they mortgaged their future just to get Ricky Williams. All that. He was heavily criticized and all that. He would spend 3 years with the Saints and do okay in a sense. But then basically the Saints needed to trade him. So they traded him to Miami for 4 draft picks, including 2 first-round picks. Ricky Williams actually did very well. He was the 2002-03 NFL rushing leader with 1,853 yards. Pretty good, don't you think? New Orleans probably got pissed off and all that. Ricky Williams got diagnosed with social anxiety disorder. And Williams would not conduct post-game interviews without his helmet on and avoiding eye contact. I can relate to social anxiety issues. It was actually announced that Williams had tested positive for marijuana and faced a 4-game suspension for the substance abuse policy. And Ricky decided to retire and all that. He wasn't eligible to play for the 2004 in the 2004 season for the Dolphins, and basically, he decided to retire. A lot of people said he retired before the NFL could slap a suspension on him. So he was off for 1 year, and then he came back in 2005 and paid back some of his signing bonus and completed his suspension and all that. He did pretty good and all that. Unfortunately, Williams had violated the drug policy for the 4th time, which meant he was really gone. Williams was just given a 1-season suspension and all that. And some said the substance was a herb related to his interest in holistic medicine. That's why it was a marijuana. The Toronto Argonauts basically decided to give Ricky Williams a chance in the CFL for 1 season, so it was amazing. All that. The CFL had no substance abuse policy in place or prohibited teams from signing players suspended from other leagues. I think that changed after that. So he did okay and all that. He would play 11 games in the CFL, getting only 526 yards, running in 2 touchdowns. So anyway, after Ricky Williams went back to Miami to play in the NFL, the CFL made the rule that they could not sign anyone being under suspension in the NFL to play for the CFL. All that. Williams basically was given a regimen of multiple drug tests. All that. By October 2007, Roger Goodell did grant his request to be reinstated. Unfortunately, he was hurt instantaneously after Pittsburgh linebacker Lawrence Timmons accidentally stepped on his right shoulder. Williams' right shoulder. However, he bounced back for 2008, and basically he and Ronnie Brown ran the Wildcat formation. Basically, weird plays that would fool the defenses of other teams. They were 11-5 and won the division, much to Pack fans like myself being pissed. Ricky Williams actually ended up with over 1,100 yards in 2009. In 2010, he would actually get a few yards, and then signed a 2-year contract with the Baltimore Ravens in 2011. But he decided to retire after 1 year with the Ravens. So he got his 10,000 rushing yards, which is pretty good. He got 66 touchdowns. He still holds Miami records for rushing yards in a season and rushing touchdowns in a season. He, of course, is a massive advocate for medical cannabis and all that. And he's now a vegetarian and all that. In the media, he was in a lot of things. So yeah, he was in a commercial with on a magazine cover with Mike Ditka in a wedding dress for ESPN the magazine. Williams was actually part of a documentary called Run Ricky Run about his drug life for ESPN's 30 for 30. He was in the new Celebrity Apprentice in 2017, finishing in 7th place. So, okay. Yeah, he has a lot of records in the NCAA. I guess they won't tell us what they were. So yeah, so he was an NCAA mainstay, a superstar. But basically, once came to the NFL, he wasn't that bad. He could have been better, but drugs ruined him, ruined part of his main career. So you can't blame that. Anyway, I'm Jeff Diamond. I do.